tons of media scrutiny, go to mypillow.com. And with the promo code RSBN, you can save up to 66% off your entire order. And if you buy the original MyPillow, you will get that pillow for $29.98 as opposed to $69.98. And a portion of it goes towards supporting us as a network as we bring you footage of things like this, which is a giant Trump 2024 flag unfurling in front of Trump Tower in Manhattan, New York City. Unbelievable stuff. We're showing you this live right here. This is a massive flag. So we're backing up here as they spread the flag out, and we're going to march down the street here. Chris, what's going on?
This is the Operation Flag Drop right here, when we all gather and we get the flag, all circle around the flag, and we pull it apart, and then we march down the street in a peaceful protest. So this is what you guys are witnessing now, and we're going to go to Times Square from here, and we're going to march as MAGA Trump supporters. And it's like Mike said earlier, I really truly believe in what he's saying when he said the grassroots campaigning is where it's at. Grassroots people, that's where we're trying to do in New York. And as you guys know, last year, we had an incident out here in front of Trump Tower, right in front of you, where Mayor de Blasio came out and painted Black Lives Matter graffiti in the street in front here. And me, my group, the CRA, the Conservative Republican Alliance, the CRA, the Conservative Republican Alliance of New York, we all linked up together and we protested that graffiti that was in the street as MAGA supporters. And what happened was Black Lives Matter came out, Antifa came out, and we outnumbered them. We outnumbered them, not only outnumbered them, but we had more minorities supporting MAGA and Trump than they had with Black Lives Matter. So we not only outnumbered them, we exposed them. And we showed them really the true diverse side of things. So that's what the importance of really coming out and doing this grassroots movement. And right after that, I guess you guys are probably familiar with Beverly Beatty. She came out a week later and she put the black paint over the Black Lives Matter symbol. That was right here in Trump Tower where that happened. So this is where you guys are witnessing here. That whole situation right now, what we dealt with, was all here in New York City. So New York has been making noise for a very long time, people. And I've been trying my best to get out there and get my voice heard. I do my walking talks while I walk through New York, talking about what's going on with politics. You got Deion Senney, who does Operation Flag Drop, the founder of Operation Flag Drop. And we got a lot of patriots out here who I'm very familiar with, Beverly Beatty, a lot of great guys. The PR conservative, the Puerto Rican conservative. Please, you guys got to check him out. He's on Rumble, blowing up, PR conservative. He's a New Yorker as well, coming out to a lot of events. So you guys see there's a lot of people, not only grassroots MAGA supporters, regular everyday citizens, but also content creators, people who are on YouTube, on Rumble, on all these social media platforms, Facebook Live. All these people are coming to these events as well. And you see, New York is a talented city, a lot of talent here, a lot of people with musical talent, and they're out here showing support as well. That's why you saw we had a rapper earlier. And he's very talented. So you see that very often at these events of very talented musicians coming out, showing support for the president. Because this is New York City. This show is MAGA right here, everybody. So when you always hear the media, they always want to say, oh, this is white supremacists going on with MAGA. They're all Proud Boys, white supremacists, and all that stuff like that. But when you come to these events, where's the white supremacy? There's none. If I see anything, I see quite a diverse group of people who love the country. That's all I see are freedom-loving Americans of all races, creeds, genders, religious backgrounds, everything you can think of. We're out here showing support. So this is what you guys around the country, I hope you're witnessing this. If you're in a part of the country where you're a very strong conservative movement, Republican Party is strong, and you're not out there fighting, look at what we're doing. We're in the bluest, perhaps, city in the whole entire country, and we're coming out and showing support. So this is what I want you to see, is you're in New York, we are fighting. And we are fighting for the president. We are fighting for the good and the right side of history. But you see, you got some leftists out here, too. You got the radical left as well. And this is very common. They come out and they try to discredit us and to bash us. But we come out here and peacefully protest still. So I'll let you guys know what's going on.
This is fun. I'm enjoying myself. I love this out here. There's a lot of media coverage out here. You know, normally when RSBN goes to one of these events, it's usually us. We're usually the only media out here. But man, there is a ton of media out here. I mean, a ton of media. And a ton of law enforcement out here. NYPD out here making sure everything is safe and civil because Antifa is swarming around. But it's incredible to see the amount of coverage that it's getting. Maybe I'm just wowed by it because I'm not used to seeing it, but this is New York, so you got tons of media. But look at this flag. Giant flag. Trump 2024. Now, of course, he has not announced that he's going to run. He did fuel the speculation that he will announce a run for 2024 at his CPAC speech last night. You know that, or last week, not last night, last week. You know, the naughty speech that you're not allowed to talk about or show. But that's beside the point. He has not announced a run for 2024, but many think that he will run. And this is kind of controversial to some conservatives. Some conservatives and Trump supporters are not happy about this because they're like, you know, we want Trump 2020. And I get it. I get that. But the reality is Joe Biden is in the Oval Office. It's the truth. It's the reality. I know QAnon will tell you something else, but he's in there. He's got his hands on the nuclear codes. So we got to, I guess, look forward to 2024. I think that's where Trump's head is at least. So here's the other flag. That looks like Nancy Pelosi to me. Oh, interesting flag here. Oh, it's Nancy Pelosi shredding the Constitution. So how about this for an accurate flag? What do you think about this flag here?
I think it's a beautiful sight. You know, I like to call Nancy Skeletor Pelosi myself, but we all know who she is, the House Speaker. But the person who drew this painting, I know who it is. His name's Scott Lebedo. He's a real patriot here. You can find him online. So I just want people to know, if they're watching, is that New York is growing in the MAGA movement. And it's really, if you guys click into 2 events, last year we did 2 Operation Flag Drops. Both events had over 300, 400 people at both events. They were huge. And there's people of all backgrounds. There were Jewish people there. There were Asians, people that are Chinese who are from China, had anti-CCP signs, trying to warn Americans to stay away from communism. And that's what we had coming out, giving their message out. We had people from Russia who dealt with communism in their country coming over here telling them that they're anti-communism, you know, and anti what's going on in the country right now. They support the president and support the MAGA movement. So, as I said again, people, there should be no excuses for the rest of the country to see what's happening here in New York and not stand up for what's going on in their state as well. America is not, the sleeping giant is fully awake, and it shows. And like I said, we try to do this in the summertime almost every weekend. So right now it's starting to get warm. It's March. It's a long, cold winter this year. So unfortunately, we haven't been able to come out and do as many events as we usually do. But in the summertime, things are going to pick up. You're going to see a lot more events here in New York. And they're going to be almost every weekend. And you guys can see, take a look here. Quite a few people here. And we got our NYPD. You know, we're back in the blue. Thank God for their service, because you see they're doing a great job defending everybody and make sure everybody's protected. And we can have a fully peaceful protest today.